Hi. Yeah. Movies. Movies today. Movies that are coming out soon. I just want to talk real quick about Avatar: The Last Airbender. Basically, my whole spiel on this, my gripe, my beef, whatever you want to use. I mean, a lot of people. Enough point. The whole thing with the Avatar movie is the casting. The casting is a little off-cast. If you ask a hardcore fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, or I guess in other countries it's The Journey of Aang or something like that. Either way, think about it like this. Let's pull like 5 top characters from the first season, which you would probably see in the first movie. Admiral Zhao, Zuko, Katara, Sokka, Aang. I save Aang for the last because that's who last I'm going to talk about. Okay, first of all, Admiral Zhao, part of Fire Nation. Fire Nation is known as the most evil nation in the world. It's the worst. It's the worst for everybody else who isn't in Fire Nation. And that's a good thing to convey if you want to convey evil, okay? But how you convey evil, what vehicles you use to convey evil, is a little bit different. I think that the casting that they did was a little bit anchored towards, our Middle Eastern friends. Because pretty much every religion wants you to either, it's love thy neighbor. It's not kill thy neighbor, hate thy neighbor, despise thy neighbor. I can't think of an instance where in a Bible where it says to kill human beings. I mean, especially if God created all human beings. I mean, or put into works the vehicles that could create all human beings. I mean, whatever. Anyway, what I'm saying is the race of the Fire Nation is dark-skinned people. Let me point out the obvious irony in this, because M. Night Shyamalan, not M. Night Smith or M. Night Sierra Steen, or I don't know. Nothing like that. I mean, it's Shyamalan. It's a pretty definite name if you think about it. Anywho, Fire Nation, evil. They cast mostly brown people. Asif Mamvi, if you know him from The Daily Show, then, well, if you know him from anything else, bravo. I don't. Yeah, he's in the movie. Dev Patel, Slumdog Millionaire, is in the movie, and Slumdog Millionaire is Zuko. My big thing about Zuko is no scar. Where's the scar? Zuko is known for having a scar on his face. It's pretty much canon to the entire series. Not only is it canon to the series, it's very character defining, if you will. It's his foil for him. It's what makes, it's more or less, it's the motif that is not only a reminder that he is dedicated to finding the Avatar, but that he is cast out from the Fire Nation because of his father. Except no scar, and he's dark-skinned. Not that I have anything wrong against dark-skinned people, that's not my point. I have no problem with dark-skinned people, obviously. But the thing is, I think that this might be a little bit unfairly cast, if I can say that, only because you think about evil right now in the world. A lot of people will think Taliban, whatever. You can't think like that. Evil comes in all shapes and sizes, packages, colors, creeds, denominations. And it's the ones that you don't think about that get you. Just think about that. It's the same thing with magic. It's all distraction, disbelief. So I don't think for a second that I might be killed by someone from the Middle East. Every day I worry about being killed by someone in America. No, not every day. More or less every week or so. But yeah, that's how that goes. Katara and Sokka, main characters. Everyone knows them from Water Tribe. Water Tribe lives on ice. Who else lives on ice? The Inuit Indians, or Eskimos. They didn't cast anyone of Native American descent, or even close to that skin color. Skin color, you're being racist. But it's a little bit like reverse racism. It's like the reason in the first place why they didn't cast dark-skinned people for Katara and Zuko, or for Katara and Sokka, is the same reason why I want people to be cast in a certain color for Katara and Sokka. Because they're cast as Nicola something. Anyway, Nicola, her first name ends with a vowel, so I can assume Russian, maybe? And I guess, I don't know. It's definitely no Katara. And I know Katara because I love the show. Finally, Aang. Aang was found in an open casting call in Texas. Not that there's anything wrong with Texas, other than the reason why we have Juneteenth is because they would kill messengers that would say that the emancipation, freeing all the slaves, I mean, that's pretty much the only thing that's wrong with Texas. That and their hatred for gays, Jews, lots of people. Anyway, I just don't think that someone who's supposed to be the Avatar could come from Texas. That's just not where my mind would go in the first place. I mean, I would definitely go Tibet. It's not like there's a lack of... You know what? I'm just going to say this. Balls on Front Street, there's not a lack of Asians. You could have easily gotten Asians who were, A, more qualified to do the stunts because... Just look at any Chinese opera ever made, and it will be on par with the stunts that you will find in Hollywood today. You could have... How hard is it to go to China? And first of all, you could have gotten better locations. I don't know where you exactly filmed. I would assume Australia or something like that. Somewhere where you think is cheap, think is better. Go the extra mile. People will appreciate it with that. Aang... No offense, but I just don't think you should be white. Aang, I believe, should be Tibetan or at least some kind of Asian. I'm sorry to be using very un-PC terms, but it's obvious to me that if Aang is going to be Aang, then Aang's going to have to be receptive to all people of different creeds, colors, and denominations, blah, blah, blah. I mean, he is the Avatar. He's the binding force in not only this world, but the next. He can use all four types of bending. I just don't think Texas. I'm sorry, Texas. If you would give me reason to believe otherwise, that you were more open-minded, maybe I would consider thinking of you as a close, 505th place that my mind would go. Maybe a close one, maybe. But, I mean, Texas and I never really had a good relationship. Ever. And Texas knows what it did. Everyone knows what Texas did. Everyone knows what Texas is about. Everything's bigger in Texas, whatever. Guns bigger, the bigotry's bigger. It's even spelled bigger. It's the big. Bigotry is all capital letters down there. But seriously. Way to fuck up a movie. I don't know if I'll go see it. I'll probably go see it, and then I'll come back and critique it from the standpoint of, hey, I saw it, and if it changes my mind, I'll eat my words. I'm not above changing my views presented with a different or better interpretation. However, from what I'm getting from this outstander point that the fact that I've never seen it, but I know very little about it, I can tell that I'm probably not going to like it. Based not only on the casting, but the fact that, and I know I keep coming back to this, Zuko has no scar. I have a feeling that if you're going to miss out something that important to the series, you might just miss out on everything. I hope Katara can waterbend, is all I'm saying. And they're not going to make her the dopey-eyed, love interest that, Aang has to protect, blah, blah, blah. Because Katara's far from needing protection. If anything, sometimes you might need protection from her. I mean, you watch the series, you know that she can control people's bodies by controlling the water in their bodies. She water bends your body. Because we're like 70, I'll just say this, we're above 60% water. And if you're a waterbender, just, water bend someone's life into oblivion. It's not a fun place to be if you're not a waterbender. Yeah, that's my spiel on Avatar. I don't like it right now. I may come back in 2010, be like, hey, I guess I gotta eat my words. It was a fantastic movie.